Hello everybody, I'm Andy from Liminal Entertainment Technologies, and today I'm going to show you how to bring a dancer from anywhere in the world into your studio by streaming their tracking data over the internet. So I'm going to show you how to take a Rococo tracking suit and send that data into StreamWeaver and then decode that and send it into a media server for you to play back. We're going to use Isadora and the Rococo plugin for Isadora, and we're going to basically translate the tracking data into SRT using StreamWeaver, and then recover it on the other side and bring it into the media server. And this will allow us to have dancers anywhere in the world that have this tracking suit to be able to send their data to a common location where it can be decoded and pumped into digital media or sent back to other dancers, and create a collaborative environment entirely virtually using SRT to transmit the mocap data. So let's show you how it works. So here we are inside of Rococo Studio, and I'm actually parseced into this computer. Parsec is a remote management software that I can use to remote into another computer. So this is not at my office. This is at a separate location. And what's running here is a simulation, one of the stock Rococo simulations of this is the Gunslinger demo. So what's happening right now is this is taking the place of having a dancer in that location wearing the suit. This is just easier for me to set up right now because I don't actually have a physical suit in front of me. I just want to show you how it works in abstract. So what I've set up here under settings in my Studio Live Connect is the Isadora connection. And if we were just to run Isadora locally on this computer, you would see right here, this is just, Mark's demo that he showed off in a Guru session recently, where you can pull the Rococo tracking data into Isadora and visualize it there. And right now I'm just throwing a polygon onto these different tracking points, but you could do all sorts of different effects and compositing and all of that stuff. And that's all great when you can deploy the media server right at the same place as your dancer on the same LAN. But if you want to do this over WAN, the wide area network, it becomes a little more unclear how you would do that. Now, you could set up a VPN, but the packet loss that you might experience trying to do that with a bunch of bridge locations would cause the tracking data to degrade, and then you'd have to get into all of the networking, and that might be messy. So I want to propose an alternative solution that actually isn't terribly hard to deploy. We're going to use StreamWeaver to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just how simple it can be. I'm going to go over to the settings. I'm going to stop streaming to the local Isadora, and I'm just going to, I could turn off Isadora, I could shut it down and leave the port exactly as is, but for now I'm just going to increment this port number by 1. Again, you don't have to do that. You could just quit Isadora so that it doesn't hog the port, but I'll just increment it by 1 for now, and that's all I have to think about in Rococo. So as you can see, the tracking has stopped in Rococo because we're no longer sending to Isadora there. So I'm going to launch StreamWeaver on the remote computer and log into it, and I'll delete the example that's currently there so I can rebuild it for you to see. And I'm going to shrink this down so you can tell that this is the remote machine, and then I'm going to bring my local copy of StreamWeaver over so that you can see how I'm going to connect them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the profile section of each app, and we are going to basically set up a profile for each other. So this computer is Jonathan's computer, the remote computer, and this computer here is my computer. So we need to make a profile for each other. Now on the settings page of StreamWeaver, you can actually copy paste the IP addresses. So I'm going to go to the profiles here, and I'm going to set up and say Andy's network. And I'm going to bring in my IP address, which I can copy or I can type out. And I'm going to create the external profile for that. And then I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to go to the settings page here and the profiles page here, and I'm going to receive that information now. So looks like Jonathan's IP address, Jonathan's network. Jonathan has IP address 108.143.1, right like that. So now we've created profiles for each other that we'll be able to reference in the app. Now, there's 3 ways of pairing with a remote endpoint in StreamWeaver. Jonathan and I both have relatively simple networking setups, as do most people. So rendezvous mode is fine. That means no one has to port forward. No one has to worry about any complex networking at all. It'll negotiate all of it for you. Now, if you are in a theater or a school and you have, a large virtual network setup and a bunch of endpoints, deployments, and subnets and all that stuff that you got to think about, then caller listener might make more sense. But you could do caller out of the complex network and listener into the simple network, and that would not require a lot of networking configuration at all. But we'll use rendezvous because it's easy and it's going to work. So I'm going to go over into the transmit tab. I'm going to enter a name for the stream. I'm going to say this is Rococo out, and I'm going to pick a protocol. I'm just going to select generic for now. It's a generic UDP protocol. And now I got to tell StreamWeaver where to find this tracking data. It's going to be on the local loopback interface. That's 127001, which you saw inside of Rococo settings, 127001, the local loopback. And then the port, well, you saw it just there. It was 14044. I think by default it's 14043, but we are using Isadora right now. It's hogging that port, so I'm going to do 10444. Now I have to pick an external profile. Well, let's pick the one I just created, and let's do a port 22903, let's say. And I'll hit connect stream, and you'll see that it is waiting to pair and start the transmission. So on my local copy, I'm going to go over to the receive tab, and I'm going to say Rococo in, again, the generic UDP protocol from Jonathan's network on port 22903, and I want to send it into my loopback interface on port 14043, which is what my local Isadora copy knows to listen to from the Rococo integration. So I'm going to hit connect stream, and you'll see both of my endpoints just flashed into green. And now if I pull up that Isadora patch, the same one that was deployed over here, you will see that I'm receiving this tracking data inside of Isadora over the public internet, and it looks pretty good. Let's do a side-by-side comparison of Rococo's simulator, and you can see that, I mean, the latency here is shockingly low. I mean, it's the Gunslinger demo, and honestly, it looks like a draw. I'm thrilled with the performance of that. And so what this means, the consequence of this is you could have multiple remote dancers coming in to a single location, composite them in the media server, project them into a venue, do whatever you wanted to do with that motion data, reflect it back to them even, and composite these remote performers into a single space over the public internet using their tracking data. And this is the kind of use case for StreamWeaver that we're really excited about. This is why we built it. This is the type of thing where you want a protocol that you can send reliably, smoothly, without it jumping around and breaking down as packets degrade over a VPN or the public internet. We're using that SRT protocol to reconstruct them, and we're doing all the networking for you so you don't have to think about it. And it opens up those design possibilities that we're really excited about. So I hope this inspires you a little bit to try something out and see what you can do in this sort of decentralized production world that we're living in, and give StreamWeaver a try and let us know how it works out for you. We'd love to see what you make. We'll catch you in the next one.